Hello, my dear friends. Let me ask you something. Do you understand English, but still struggle to speak confidently? Can you read and write pretty well, but freeze when someone talks to you in real life? Well, you're not alone. That's exactly what happens to most English learners at the B1 and B2 levels. At this level, your English is no longer basic, but it's also not quite fluent yet. You know a lot of words, you understand conversations, you can survive in English speaking situations. But when it comes to speaking naturally, you often feel blocked, nervous, or just awkward. So in this video, let's have a full, deep talk about how to improve your speaking skills at the B1 and B2 levels. This isn't just theory. These are practical methods, real speaking exercises, and mindset shifts that will help you go from "I can understand" to "I can express myself confidently." So take a deep breath, grab a notebook, and get ready. This isn't a quick tip video. This is your full, friendly guide to leveling up your English speaking at B1 and B2. Part 1. Understanding your current level. What B1 and B2 actually mean. Let's start with a clear understanding of what B1 and B2 actually mean in real life. According to the CEFR, Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, here's a basic breakdown. B1. Intermediate. You can talk about daily life, work, school, travel, and hobbies. You can describe experiences, events, and dreams. You can explain your opinions, but maybe not in deep detail. You may hesitate when speaking, but you can manage conversations. B2. Upper Intermediate. You can talk fluently on many topics. You can understand complex texts and discussions. You can debate, give opinions, and explain reasons clearly. You may still make some mistakes, especially with advanced vocabulary, idioms, or tone. So the big question is, if you're at B1 or B2, how do you practice speaking to get to the next level? Let's move to the next part. Part 2. Why you struggle to speak, even if you know English. This is something every B1 to B2 learner needs to understand. Speaking is not the same as knowing. Many learners understand English perfectly when reading or listening, but when it's time to speak, suddenly their mind goes blank. Why does this happen? Let me explain. There are three big reasons: passive learning versus active use. Reading, watching videos, and listening is passive. Speaking is active. It requires you to recall vocabulary quickly, make sentences fast, and think while talking. Fear of making mistakes. At B1 to B2, you're aware of grammar and correctness. This awareness creates fear of being wrong, so you hesitate, overthink, or stay silent. Lack of speaking practice. Most learners don't get daily speaking practice. You may study English every day, but how often do you talk in English? So the truth is, if you don't speak daily, your speaking doesn't improve, even if your knowledge grows. That's why we need real speaking exercises. Let's go there now. Part 3. Speaking practice methods for B1, B2. Real, simple, and daily. All right, here's the heart of this video. I'm going to walk you through practical speaking activities you can do alone, with a partner, or even with a language exchange friend. 1. Talk to yourself. Daily monologue practice. This is powerful. You don't need anyone else. just talk to yourself. Choose a topic, like my favorite food, my weekend, or why I like my city. Set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes. Talk out loud in English without stopping. Don't worry about mistakes. Just keep going. Why it works. You're training your brain to think and speak in English. It's like going to the gym, but for your English muscles. 2. Record and review your speaking. Use your phone. Record yourself talking about something. Then play it back and listen like a teacher. Ask yourself, did I hesitate a lot? Did I use simple or rich vocabulary? Were my sentences complete? Then record again, but better. This process gives you real feedback and helps you track your progress. 3. Join online speaking clubs or tandem partners. There are many apps and websites where you can find language exchange partners. Here's how. Use apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, or Conversation Exchange. Speak for 15 minutes in English and 15 minutes in their language, if you want. Or just use English and explain you're practicing at B1 to B2 level. Don't wait to be perfect. Just start talking. Remember, fluency comes from connection, not perfection. 4. Shadowing practice. Copy native speakers. Pick a short YouTube video, podcast, or scene from a movie. Here's what you do. Listen to one sentence. Pause. Repeat it exactly, copying the tone, stress, and rhythm. Then do it again without reading subtitles. Shadowing helps you improve pronunciation, train natural intonation, sound more fluent and less robotic. 5. Think in English, mental speaking practice. Throughout the day, narrate your thoughts in English. Examples. I'm walking to the store. I need to buy some milk. Oh, it's raining. Maybe I should take an umbrella. This rewires your brain to automatically think in English, which reduces hesitation while speaking. Part 4. Essential vocabulary and phrases. Speak naturally at B1 to B2. Vocabulary becomes crucial. You already know basic words, but now you need natural expressions, collocations, words that go together, idiomatic phrases, linking words to connect your ideas. Here are some real speaking tools you need. Useful phrases for fluency. In my opinion, as far as I know, I'm not really sure, but let me think for a second. That's a good question. To be honest, the thing is, I guess you could say, these help you buy time while thinking and sound natural. Connectors for speaking smoothly. Firstly, secondly, finally. However, on the other hand, for example, such as because, so, although, even though, in conclusion, to sum up, using these helps your speech feel organized and fluent, like native speakers. Part 5. Daily topics you can practice. Easy and effective. To make speaking easier, start with topics you know. Here are some perfect B1 to B2 practice topics. My daily routine, my favorite movie, the last book I read, how I spend my weekends, a place I want to visit, why I want to learn English, my job or studies, something that made me happy recently, a memory from childhood, a person I admire. Pick one topic each day. Talk for 5 to 10 minutes. Record it. Then repeat it better the next day. Part 6. Common grammar mistakes to watch at B1, B2 level. You don't need perfect grammar to speak fluently, but you do need clear grammar. Here are common B1, B2 mistakes and how to fix them. I am agree. I agree is not used with am. He go to school. He goes to school third person S. Always add S to he, she, it in present simple. I didn't went. I didn't go after did. Always use the base verb. I'm not understand. I don't understand present simple, not present continuous. Much people, many people use many for countable nouns, much for uncountable. Watch these mistakes. They are easy to fix and make your speech clearer. Part 7. How to stay consistent. Build a daily speaking habit. The secret to improving is not doing 1 hour once a week. It's doing 15 minutes every day. Here's how you can build a simple habit. Daily speaking plan morning. 5 minutes talking to yourself in English afternoon. Shadow 2 to 3 minutes of a video or podcast. Evening. Record yourself speaking about a daily topic. That's it. Just 15 to 20 minutes. If you do this for 30 days, you'll see huge results in fluency, confidence, and comfort while speaking. Part 8. Mindset shift. Speak without fear. Let me tell you something important. You don't need perfect English to speak confidently. You need brave English. It's okay to make mistakes. Forget words, speak slowly. The goal is communication, not perfection. Every time you speak English, even with errors, your brain is learning. You're training the pathways that build fluency. So stop saying, "My English is bad." Start saying, "I'm learning and I'm improving every day." Part 9. Final practice challenge. Speak with me. Let's end with a real-time speaking challenge. I'll say a sentence, you repeat it. Let's go. Hi, my name is your name, and I'm learning to speak English more confidently. I practice every day, even when I'm tired or busy. Mistakes don't scare me, they help me grow. One day, I will speak English fluently and naturally. That day is getting closer, because I'm working for it. Well done. Part 10. Advanced speaking habits for B2 level. Talk like a natural. So by now, you've already practiced daily speaking, shadowing, thinking in English, and using daily topics. But let's take it a bit further. If you want to move from B2 to near native fluency, you need to develop what I call smart speaking habits. Habit 1. Practice speaking in situations, not just topics. Most people speak about random topics like my weekend or my favorite movie. That's great at B1. But at B2, you need to simulate real-life situations. Let me give you some. Ordering food in a restaurant, calling customer support, having a job interview, complaining about a product, asking for help in an airport, making small talk at a party, explaining your job role to someone. Now, how do you practice? Take one situation each day. Pretend you're in that moment. Then speak out loud, like this. Hi, I have a problem with my internet. It's not working properly since last night. I'd like to order the pasta with no cheese and a glass of water, please. I work in marketing. I'm in charge of managing online campaigns and analyzing customer behavior. This kind of situational speaking prepares you for real-world English. Habit 2. Start using fillers and natural speech tricks. If you want to sound more fluent, not just correct, You need to sound natural, and native speakers often use fillers, intonation, and restarts. Here are examples. Filler phrases. Well, you know, I mean, like, actually, restarting sentences. What I was trying to say is, let me put it another way. Sorry, I lost my thought for a second. Using these makes your speech less robotic, more human, and more believable. But use them naturally, not too much. Part 11. How to learn to speak about abstract ideas. For upper B2, at B2, you also need to be able to speak about non-personal topics, not just my day or my house, but topics like environment technology, education, social media, mental health crime and punishment, art and culture. Now, how can you do this? Method. Read, speak, summarize. Read an article or watch a news clip on one topic, e.g., climate change. Then summarize it in your own words, like you're explaining to a friend. Add your opinion. In my opinion, climate change is real, and we all need to act. I think technology is helpful, but it's making people lazy too. This trains you to express complex thoughts, which is required at B2. Part 12. The mirror technique. Fix fluency and confidence. Here's a technique used by actors, politicians, and even language coaches. It's called the mirror technique. Very simple. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself. Talk about anything for 2 minutes. Use your hands. Smile. Make eye contact. Why is this powerful? You'll become more expressive. You'll build self-confidence. You'll practice speaking like you're in a real conversation. Use this to break shyness and build presence in your voice. Part 13. Break the silence. Overcome the fear of speaking with strangers. Let me ask you a question. What's your biggest fear when speaking English? Usually it's, what if I make a mistake? What if they don't understand me? What if I freeze? These are normal fears. But if you don't face them, they grow. So, let's do a small but powerful exercise. The one-sentence challenge wherever you are. In a shop, online, in a chat, on the phone. Say just one English sentence to someone every day. That's it. 1. Examples. Hi, can I sit here? Do you speak English? Excuse me, how much is this? You're not trying to impress anyone. You're training your brain to handle real speaking moments. After 30 days of this, speaking won't feel scary anymore. Part 14. How to learn from native speakers. Even without living abroad. You don't need to live in the UK or USA to sound fluent. You just need to immerse yourself in real spoken English. Here's how to do it. 1. Watch TV shows with casual dialogue. Friends, The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Modern Family. Listen for intonation slang, natural expressions, timing and pauses, then pause and repeat. 2. Use podcasts or YouTube channels. Find English podcasts with natural conversation, not scripted news. Pause. Repeat. Imitate the speed, rhythm, and expressions. 3. Join discussion groups or forums. Reddit, Facebook groups, Telegram groups. There are many language groups where people speak English daily. Write comments. Then turn those comments into speaking practice by reading them out loud. Part 15. When you get stuck, how to keep speaking. Even advanced learners get stuck sometimes while speaking. Here's what to do instead of panicking. 1. Rephrase. If you forget a word, use another word. I had what's the word? I had a really difficult situation at work. It was kind of stressful. 2. Use speaking bridges. These are short phrases that help you stay calm while thinking. Let me think. What I'm trying to say is, how can I explain this? Okay, so these buy you time without breaking the flow. 3. Ask for help. If you're speaking with someone and forget a word, say, how do you say, I don't remember the exact word, but it means, this shows confidence, not weakness. Part 16. Track your progress. See how far you've come. You may not notice your progress, but it's happening. Here's how to make it visible. Make a speaking journal. Every day, write what you spoke about. Record your audio and save it with the date. After 30 days, listen to your old recordings. You'll be surprised. Set weekly speaking goals. Examples. This week, I will talk about 3 new topics. I will shadow 10 minutes of video every day. I will speak to 2 new people online. These tiny goals create huge fluency. Part 17. Final encouragement. You are not stuck. Let me leave you with this. If you're at B1 or B2 level, it means you've already worked hard. You've come a long way. Don't stop now. The bridge from I understand to I speak freely is short, but it needs daily practice. Forget perfect grammar. Forget native pronunciation. Focus on real, confident communication. Remember, speak every day, even 5 minutes. Record yourself. Review. Repeat. Use new vocabulary in real sentences. Practice common situations. Use fillers, linking words and emotion. Speak even when you're scared. Fluency isn't about talent, it's about repetition. You can do this, and I'll be here to help anytime.